Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? I want to do my haul from the Erie Maritime Museum that I got their gift shop last week, Saturday, and I also want to talk more about Veterans Day and what all exactly happened. And this will probably be my last Day video because you've seen a bunch of videos throughout the week about stuff I've done or stuff related to the Veterans Day celebration I had Friday. Well, Saturday, I mean. Except for, I have the Applebee's. Hopefully, be going to Applebee's one last time. But I got to use that gift card up before the 3rd of December. So, go to Applebee's, use up that gift card that I got for Veterans Day. That'll be the official last one, I guess. But you can talk about Veterans Day all year long if you want, And this is the haul. Now, I wanted to make sure to do this tonight on a Sunday. Because if I don't do it, it's going to drive me nuts thinking about it and stuff. Well, I got this Heritage. They had a Heritage magazine, Pennsylvania Heritage magazine, featuring the Brig Niagara. Because both the Maritime Museum and the Brig Niagara were one thing, but I thought I would split up into two different videos. Because the editing was been a monster. Because the Maritime Museum took a long time to edit, and so did the other one inside the Brig Niagara. And hopefully, the French Erie one took a long time. So hopefully, I won't have as many complicated videos. The French Erie one took over 2 hours to upload and took a long, long time to edit together. I did in 2 parts and I edited together. And when I left with John, I started editing it, and then I came back. Thankfully, it was done. But uploading it took over 2 hours because I uploaded it today on Sunday, which I'm recording this one now, Sunday night before going to bed. Before going to work tomorrow. And the French Erie one will be the only one up Tuesday. So hopefully I'll have some more simpler videos up. It won't take as long. But I love doing them. I love doing those 2 Maritime Museum and the other one. Those were all very involved videos. And the French Erie one, 24-hour French Erie, were very involved. But anyway, the Pennsylvania Heritage magazine featuring the Brig Niagara. This was $1. They had a store copy at top. So I wanted to know more about it. Pretty cool. Let me keep this up. Right? And all the money for the gift shop goes back into the museum and stuff, so that's cool. I know John bought a lot of stuff. He did a haul on that video for Hacksaw Ridge, but he forgot to mention he bought a book on here. Maybe he'll show that next video we do. I don't know. Along with that, I got this. One of the flags that were raised during the Battle of Lake Erie was "Don't give up the ship." I got that on the refrigerator magnet. It's $3.95. And then 2 more things. How many people remember these as kids in the 80s? I remember these. Diecast miniature pencil sharpeners. It's $4. I got 2 of them. I got a steering wheel, and I got a lighthouse one. They had a ship in a can. I should have got those 2, but I just got these 2. They're $4. Because I remember the glory days of... there was an antique store that... When we always went to Greenville, some antique store we always passed. We stopped there a couple times. I think they had a whole bunch of these. I don't know how much they were. And then a McCory's. I love McCory's. They had a McCory's right next... in Edinburgh. I think it was right next to a Giant Eagle. Well, they had Giant Eagle now, and they had McCory's for the longest time. And they had so many of these, and they were only $1 a piece. I only got a couple. I don't think we were allowed to get that many. I got a slot machine. I think my sister had a sewing machine. And this is what the steering wheel looks like. This is beautiful, by the way. Oop. Oh, okay. I see. I thought it was broken or something like that, but it spins like this, and it tilts a little bit. And see, it has a little thing in the back, a little balance. Isn't that cool? And the pencil sharpener's right at the bottom. I love these things. They're very collectible. And it's cool seeing these again. I saw these oh man. Because just what really sets them off is just this right here, the color scheme and that little thing right there. What really sets them off. And then I got the lighthouse. Let's see what the lighthouse looks like. And open it up. Oh, okay, it was laying flat. Oh, okay. Still pretty cool. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And then you see the pencil sharpener right there. And that's what I got from the gift shop. And I said, hey, John spent more. This came about $13 or something like that. And John spent, I think he spent like 87. He spent a lot. He got some really nice stuff though. They had a bunch of really beautiful stuff there. They had coins which I didn't see till too late. And I was like, nah, I better not get them. And John was like, well, I gotta force me away from before I buy the whole shop. I'm like that too. But that's my haul from there. Let me talk about Veterans Day. Now, Veterans Day, you know, when I was in the Army, that was just a day off. You know, and then in Fort Bragg, we had civilian hours, so we actually had that day off. I think we had that day off, or it depends on your schedule. So that was really nice. Just at Fort Bragg, not the other places. And then going out of the Army, you know, we never did anything. And then I know that Golden Corral, because we got one in Erie. I don't know when we got one in Erie, because there's like two main all-you-can-eat places. There was Old Country Buffet, which was the king until Golden Corral took over. And Old Country Buffet hadn't been around for a couple of years. We had one though, close by, but that's no longer in business anymore. We used to go there for Thanksgiving. They said it was cheaper than making a meal and stuff like that. Okay. And then Golden Corral, you know, so bad. We did some videos there. I did one. My dad and I went there a long time ago, and then Dad was never interested in going back. He said that it was too busy of a line. And I knew that they had the Gary Sinise was doing the commercials for Veterans Day. But for that one, it was usually on a Monday. And it was like from 4 to 7, and they were giving free meals to veterans, and it was line out the door within that two. And I never went. I felt like it would be. I couldn't go to Monday anyway. I have to work, you know. And then when I get out of work, it'll be almost over. I don't know. My mom said there was no ads for it. I saw an ad on another channel, but I assume they're still doing it, you know. But I know people said it was crazy. There was like standing room only. And the one thing is, waiting in line and stuff like that for these places and stuff, it's an all-you-can-eat place, so you might have to wait longer. It's not like one meal, then you're done. So I never went to that. And the first time I started going to stuff that celebrated Veterans Day was they opened up a Walmart in Edinburgh. And I was working second shift at the time. I worked at a plastics place, for anyone wondering. You know, I didn't have to start work till 3 or 4 o'clock. And so Dad and I would go there, and we went there for like 4 or 5 years. You know, and they'd have a free breakfast. Eat anything you want. It was like in where they had the Subway at. And Subway was separating like there, and the guy had like the owner had like the manager had like hot table and stuff like that. We were serving like donuts, milk, orange juice, coffee, a choice of potatoes with just regular home fries, and then ones with pepper and onion, bacon. I don't think there was sausage. There might have been sausage, or there might have been sausage length. I can't remember. Bacon, eggs, scrambled usually, toast. I think that was it. It was all you can eat, and it was very good. I went there for we did it for 4 or 5 years. That's how I saw my Veterans Day. And then all of a sudden we went there the next year, and they didn't have it anymore because they had a new owner, some hotshot young kid, and he decided to get rid of it, not have it anymore. So that figures. And then we discovered, Dad and I, found out about Applebee's having free meals for veterans. And we did it for 2 years, but my dad was always pissed off. I always had to pay for my dad anyway, so I didn't really save anything. And my dad's always pissed off at everything when he was still alive. You know, he passed away in 2015. And this was like 2009, 2010. It was like standing room only. He had to sit down outside. This guy put down a thing on his truck so he could sit down outside. And these were right after work. You know, this is back when I was working day shift. I got off work around 4, 6 o'clock or something like that. And it was till closing. They had that. And they have like a list of like 7 items you can get. You still had to pay for your drink though. And you signed, they had like a big thing, you signed a big giant card of all the veterans or something like that. And that's what our veterans. That's I celebrate for a couple of years. Dad's like, I don't want to do this shit no more. It's too much. It's not enough. You're not saving any money. All right, we won't do it no more. And then that was about it until this time, Saturday. When it was really cool having Veterans Day on a Saturday, a day off, so I can enjoy the whole day. And my friend John Walkwitz from high school, he knows what's going on in Erie. A lot of these things that have on Veterans Day, I don't know about till they're over and they have them on the news. Because they had something like a week or 2 weeks before Veterans Day, they had on a Saturday, they had James W. Parker Middle School, the middle school I went to, and they had a thing where they celebrated Veterans Day, where they had the veterans, they treat them a free breakfast, and they have like a big speech for them and all this other stuff, the kids. And they said they were doing this for 9-10 years. I didn't know anything about it. First I heard of it. That would have been cool to go to that, but I didn't know about it. And then, John knows a lot of stuff in Erie because he's a pretty happening guy. And he said that the Erie Maritime Museum and the Brig Niagara, I'd never been to either one. And he said that they had like a free admission for veterans that day. And I said, yeah, let me know if you want to go. I said, heck yeah, I want to go. I showed my ID, and they admitted both myself and John in for free, even though John's not a veteran, but it's still cool. And we did it. We went there and we checked inside the ship. It was awesome. I did 2 really cool videos. Took a long time to edit and upload, but that French Marie took a long time. That was like, French Marie was 3 days. I edited 2 different parts, edited together, and it took over 2 hours to upload. Almost 2.5 hours to upload. That's a long time. A very involved video. Anyways, we had free admission there to the Maritime Museum. I got this cool stuff on the way out, and also the going into Brig Niagara. 2 things. And he was saying, why don't you just make one big video? I was like, well, maybe it'd be cool just doing like the Maritime Museum and inside the ship, Brig Ship Niagara, because it's 2 big, giant, cool things. And I can highlight both in different videos because I can't put like one giant title, and that'd take forever to edit that one and then forever to upload that one if it was just one single video. And then after that, it closed up. Well, I mean, it was like 4:30. It closed at 5. We left around 4:30 or so. And we went to Applebee's. And like I said, they had the menu of stuff you can choose from. And then John said, I'm going to get that combo appetizer and we'll share it. It's okay. And he ended up giving me all his chips and stuff like that because he's not big into chips. And that was good. It filled me up some. And then along came my free meal where I picked butcher's meat and bacon and potatoes, which was fantastic. And the one thing, they did something different this year. Along with the free meal, they also gave me they had a bunch of letters that kids wrote. And every veteran got one, whatever they gave to you. And it was very touching. I got that. And also I got a $5 veterans gift card for the next time you go to Applebee's. You get $5 off, but you have to use it by December 3rd. Because that's what I said. It expires. But I said they've been doing the Veterans Day thing, free meals, for 10 years. I appreciate that very much. So that was really different. Along with that, I got the cool letter and the gift card. And then whenever he gave me a little receipt for my drink, it was like $2.96 for a Diet Pepsi or something like that. And then John said he offered to pay it for me because of my service in the Army. I said, thank you very much, buddy. So that was that. And then after that, we went, we were going to go to Dunkin' Donuts. Because I have a history with them. Something happened, the access was blocked off, so we decided to go Krispy Kreme instead. And Krispy Kreme, I went, Krispy Kreme probably ended up being a better deal. I went in there, I stood in line anyways, but I mean, they had like a big thing where you could see the donuts being made and going down this slow, like, series of rollers. And they put them in bags and stuff. And what happened was, there was a bunch of Amish women looking at that, and they speak their own language, Pennsylvania Dutch. And they speak English, too. But they were fast. They weren't in line. They were just fast with that. I was standing in line, and people were getting stuff. And this one guy said, you want a free sample? I said, sure. He would give some other people. Some people turned them down. It was fresh donuts right off the roll. I said, okay, I'll try it. It tastes really good, too. That was a 10 out of 10 right there. And then when I got to the checkout, it took a little while because everyone was so busy. I showed my ID. I had showing my veterans ID. That was my ID for the VA hospital. My VA hospital ID saying I'm a veteran. So I'm a veteran. I want to show you that. Like they have the detectives. They do like a hold and stuff like that. They said, "Oh, you're a veteran." I said, "Yes, sir." And I said, "Well, what you get is you get a donut of your you get a free donut of your choice, any donut you want, and a small coffee." So that was a sweet deal right there. I like that. And then we went to Burger King, and I asked them because my niece said I should try the farmhouse, Burger King's farmhouse king thing. It was the king with the egg on it, and I asked if they had anything for Veterans Day. I'm pretty sure she was gonna say no, but she said no, we don't have any. And then while I was waiting, she said, "Well, sir, I don't think I'm supposed to do this, but I'll give you this for your service." And she gave me a free large pop, so that was pretty cool. So I didn't have to buy any pop. I went with John's to watch movies. And that's what happened. Then we went over to John's. We watched a couple YouTube videos. We watched Hacksaw Ridge, which was really good for Veterans Day. And then we did a review of it, watched a couple more YouTube videos, and then we watched the movie Life. And then he fell asleep, and then ended up leaving and getting home at 2 o'clock. And I'll tell you what, that was the best Veterans Day I ever had. A celebration of all things that I did in the past that the country still appreciates. I never really thought about having like the best Veterans Day ever. I mean, you think of like what might be the best Christmas you ever had or best birthday, but that was definitely the best Veterans Day I ever had, which was pretty awesome. See all that cool stuff in the museum and that the ship. I got into it. I asked them some questions and stuff like that too. And the ship, if you noticed. I want to show you something right there. If you notice that thing where they had the when they had like the captain and stuff gathering on that table, these are the same type of chairs, the ones we've had forever. My dad got these same type of chairs there. I don't know where my dad got these at, but they're nice chairs. He might have bought them in Ames or something. But they're sweet chairs. So I hope you like this video of my haul from the Erie Maritime Museum and my talking about Veterans Day and all the perks and stuff. I thought I would do this, let you know, and I wanted to thank my friend John Walkowitz once again for being so awesome, and just for everybody telling me thank you for my service and stuff. It means the world to me. I said, like, sometimes it feels like the vets feel like they're forgotten. It's nice to know they're not. So, I hope you like this video, everybody. Until next time, please take care, my legion.